Thanks, Donald, for joining us. I appreciate it. To start us off, if you could give us kind of just an overview who you are and what you do.
I am Donald Burns. I am known as the restaurant coach on the internet. And I work with independent restaurants that are trying to make more profit and work less in their restaurants. You know, you hear the common thing from consultants all the time. You need to work more on your business, less in your business, but no one really gives them a path or a process map to get there. So I've over the last 14 years have created a process map that helps restaurant owners actually achieve that very result that they want.
Yeah, so true. People getting stuck in working in the business and not on it, I think at every level, right? So yeah,
Everybody does, yeah.
we all do. Yeah, cool. Well, I'd love to know a little bit about what was life like for your business and for you before you started working with us here at Upperhand. Like, what were some of the challenges you were facing?
So before I started working with Upperhand Creative, my life was it was definitely like a lot of my restaurant owners. How do I work on my business? How do I build my brand, but still work in my brand and, maintain my conversations, my coaching calls, creating content or creating videos for, training courses and things like that. But also, how do I get that brand awareness out there? And I was really struggling with I can't replicate myself because there's some things in your business that are super critical. Like I have to be on coaching calls. I have to be
Mhm.
able to write, training programs. I got to write workshops. I got to keep people, with fresh stuff that keeps them enticed and keeps them enrolled in my membership programs. So I was really having this hard time of finding this balance. Like, when do I shoot videos and when do I, and then you get into editing. Oh, then editing is like a whole other nightmare. It's like, so like creating content's not too hard for me. I can create videos pretty easy, but then it's like editing them out, putting the captions on there, getting the formatting down. It's like you'd almost need another degree in video stuff. So before Upperhand Creative, before I started working with you guys, I was struggling just to put out a little bit of content, and I would do it when I had time, like a lot of people. I had a little bit of time. I'd make some videos, I chop them up, put them out. All right. And then I got busy. And then I, create another, set of videos, try to chop them up, try to set them out. And it was a very tedious, long process. Now, Upperhand Creative comes along. Gianna offers me this great deal. You see all these guys like Alex Hermosi, Gary V, Grant Cardone putting out tons of content. But then when you hear about what it takes to make that kind of content, you're like, wow, I don't have $100,000 budget to have a content team. And then you guys offered a very, super affordable deal where it's like, hey, listen, you create 4 videos, long format. We'll take those 4 videos and we'll chop them up into 20, 30 pieces of content and we'll put them out all over the internet for you. So you actually have that brand presence like these other big guys without having big, huge financial investment that you normally have to do. And I will tell you now, Gianna, it has been a total game changer as far as the number of people I get going to just website visits, people going to my website, people signing up for a lot more of my lead magnets, people signing up and asking for one-on-one calls with me, a lot more people enrolling into my programs. It has been a total game changer. And I now the biggest thing I get from people all the time is like, you're always on my social media feed. I see your videos all over the place. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, well, if you want to know my secret, I hired Gianna and her team at Upperhand Creative, and that's actually how I started really like just getting a lot more content out there. I'm a huge believer, like and you and I talked about this before, is that money follows attention. And if you want more money, if you want to build your brand up, you got to get more attention. And to do that, you got to be out there. I mean, super consistently and just persistently putting out content that just gets people's eyes on you. Because I'm a big believer, especially in my end of the business, which is, coaching. People aren't going to really just sign up for a coaching program just sight unseen. They want to get to know you. They want to get to hear about you. They want to see what your style is, what's your approach. So the video has a great way of just instead of like being a static post or even, I have books out there on the internet, but the videos are a great way to kind of people get to understand who I am as a coach, what I talk about, what I believe. And it's been a really, I mean, a solid process and super easy to implement too. And I tell you, I think I went gung ho at first and I was doing like 4 videos a week just because I was
Yeah.
like, all right, and then it's like, and then the team was like, all right, you got plenty of stuff in the bank, let's just get this stuff out consistently and and then let's work on the quality instead of just like throwing out all kinds of stuff out there. So
Mhm.
it's been a game changer for me. I can't thank you and your team enough, especially, I mean, the team you got behind the scenes, Lindsay, Ryan, all those people work so hard just to make my life easy, and I really start seeing the results of it. And I'm really excited about the future because I know it's just going to multiply and it's just going to steamroll and even get even bigger.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we love working with you. You make it easy too, right? Because like you said, you jumped in right away.
Boom.
You know, and I remember like creating the content was not the biggest issue for you. Like you said,
Yeah.
it was the time and the consistency and then leveraging the content you were creating. Now I know you've got the books. You probably were experiencing this already, right? People coming in that had come in and had some sort of interaction with your book. You
Yes.
were the expert. You were credible. And what have you noticed like now that you've got this video content out there? Are you noticing the people that are booking calls with you, are you notice anything in the conversation there, or like in the quality of the leads that are coming through?
Yeah, well, I'm getting a lot better quality leads because again, I think people are warmed up to me a little bit more. So, I mean, the books are great. I have a podcast. That's great. It gets me some good, people get to know me a little bit. But the videos, the feeling I'm getting from people is that I just feel you were a good fit. I was watching some of your videos, they say, and I just felt like you were talking to me, which was a really great thing. And and if people are shy about getting on video, I'll tell you right now, Gianna and her team will give you a step-by-step guide on how to get comfortable on camera. They'll give you all the tools you need. They'll show you exactly what to do. So you actually can just sit there like I do in my office now and I just crank out videos. If you watch any of my videos, this is the background you see because this is what I use. And you walked me through like, get these lights, get this stuff. These are the lights you want for your face to light up your face. This is the camera you want. Get a good microphone. It's really important. And it's been once I started just getting in the process, and no matter how uncomfortable you are on camera, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. That's what I have to say.
And I guess like if you can kind of back up to when we first started working together, what was one of the biggest or first things that we were able to implement or help you do, if you can remember, and like the win that you got from that?
The huge thing was just being consistent. I mean, I was so sporadic on my content, and then you guys actually helped me create a content calendar and actually then held me accountable to it, which was nice. It's nice to have someone say, all right, I need this video, I need this one, we need this and this stuff. And then it was really, really beautiful just to see the stream of consciousness and the content that I just knew. It was like, wow, I know there's tons of stuff going out there. And like before, if I ever traveled to a restaurant, I mean, content production kind of stopped because I didn't have like this and that. But now it's like I have a steady stream of stuff. And even if I'm traveling or I'm on a plane, my stuff goes out like clockwork. Like every Monday, I know the team over at Upperhand Creative is going to publish my YouTube video at 3 o'clock every Monday. It's going to go out. And then I just do my due diligence. And I basically just make sure I'm spreading that word out to people like, hey, have you seen my new video? Have you seen this and seen this? And that drives more viewers. And I've seen my YouTube subscriptions really steadily start to climb over the last 2 months, especially. It's been amazing. It's really, really great. And the views are going up too.
Yeah. And I love that you said earlier, like, you're starting to see the compound effect, right? Because it takes some traction to build up, but now you're starting to see the fruits of those efforts for being consistent. So
yeah. And that's the biggest thing I would say about your team is that they will help you be consistent and they will help you keep a steady flow of your brand out in front of people, which is what you want. You got to be consistent. In today's game, consistency is it. I mean, you got to be steady, steady, steady. And then as you get going, if like, and we've talked about it, like, I thought we were doing really good. And I hit up to, Lindsay, hey, I'd like to see if we can amp up the kind of the velocity a little bit more. And oh, yeah, sure. We got plenty of content and boom. Now it's like, it's so much stuff. I'm like, all right, it's a lot of stuff. But they keep on top of it and they just keep it just cranked up. And as fast as you want to run, I'll tell you right now, Gianna and her team will run with you as fast as you want to go. But you got to start somewhere, and it will be a slow amp up. But once you get up there, I'm telling you, it's going to take off. I'm really super excited about the future.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see that for you too, because I know we're right on that verge.
In fact, I would say you did such a great job for me. I know like we had like an initial deal, and then the deal came out. I was like, I automatically like re-upped right away because like, there ain't no way I'm letting you go. This stuff is so good. I'm like, oh no, we're in this together now. So you're going with
very much so. Well, and tell me what it's been like, because you were working with your editor, we matched you with her from the beginning, but now kind of transitioned her over to your team. So what has that process been like, and what's the biggest like
super smooth? You don't even notice the transition basically. So when you start off with Upperhand Creative, of course, they're gonna put out some of your content, some of your videos out to a stream of different editors to see what their styles are, see how their styles, and then when you find someone who kind of matches up with you, they're gonna put you with that person permanently. And then it's really a super, I mean, because this person actually has been working on your stuff for a while. So when you make the transition, it's super easy. You don't even really notice it. And then I still use, Upperhand Creative as on the back, on the other side to make sure stuff's good. We have a good conversation. It's easy to get a hold of them. I would say we use a Slack channel to communicate. The team is super, super responsive. I've never not had a question go unanswered more than 20 minutes. I mean, it's like super fast, unless I go crazy and I'm putting a message at 2 a.m. and then they'll get to you next morning. But other than that, I mean, it's super, super responsive team. The team all wants to just make sure you succeed. And the editor part is just the icing on the cake, because they will match you up with someone who matches your style, matches your brand. And now I find that my editor and I are even working better together, because now I feel confident and we know each other a little bit now. And I feel confident about asking, I want the font a little bit bolder. I want a little bit more pictures on there. Oh yeah, cool. No problem. We'll do it. And then,
Yeah.
I this like that. And I tell her what I like, what I don't like. And she really dials it in. They don't have any ego. They're here about making your brand look the best for what you feel is it makes it happen. So they're really, really cool about that. And I mean, can't be happier.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love to hear that. So I kind of want to back up a little bit as we wrap up. When you first found me, what concerns did you have about kind of joining, and what ultimately made you feel comfortable to pull the trigger?
Well, concerns are, of course, you hear the thing. It's like, and what Gary Vee and these guys are putting out this content and tons of stuff, and the money they're spending. And then when you hear the price point for Upperhand Creative, you're like, it can't be that good for that. I mean, it was it's a super good
Got
deal.
in early.
Like, all right, what's the catch here? There's gotta be some kind of like, this sounds, and there's old sayings like, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I'll tell you one thing, it's not with you guys. It's every penny I've invested in you has been well worth it. Like I said, I'll stay a client for as long as I'm in this game, because you guys really take care of me and you are dedicated to my success. So I was hesitant, just like everybody. I would say nothing else. Jump on a call, talk to Gianna. She will talk you through. She'll tell you the exact steps, the processes they do, the step-by-step thing. And you'll see for yourself that it is a solid program. It has been vetted. It's been used by, lots and lots of entrepreneurs out there. And it will definitely help you get the traction you need to take your brand to the next level.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Donald, I appreciate it. The team and I love working with you. Thank you for your time today. And
Thank you so much. I appreciate you
can't
guys.
wait to see what's on the horizon for you.
I know. Big stuff. Big stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.